Hi guys, today we are doing a comparison between the Apple Watch 8 and the OPPO Watch 3 Pro. I have already reviewed both watches, you can check them out, the links are in the description. We will compare the design and the main features and talk about the OPPO Watch 3 Pro if you want to use it outside of China, as the watch is currently only sold in the Chinese market and it's not clear when or if will be available in other markets. So let's start with the appearance. As you can see, the OPPO Watch 3 Pro is slightly larger and it features a curved display. I like the design, I think it looks pretty cool, but it's kind of a personal preference. Other than that, both watches feature a rotating digital crown. The difference is that the OPPO Watch uses the crown as a power button, as this is the only button on the watch. On the rear, there is an obvious difference between the two watches. The OPPO Watch has a 4-pin charging port, while the Apple Watch features wireless charging. We have two different strap attachment styles. The Apple Watch has the same design as the previous generations, so you can use all your old bands on the new watches. This includes the new Apple Watch Ultra. On the other hand, OPPO continues to change the design of its strap attachment with each new generation, making it impossible to use an old straps on new watches. However, you can buy only the mounting module and use all the 22mm compatible straps with it. Apple Watch uses Watch OS and the OPPO Watch runs on OPPO's custom Color OS on top of Android 11. Both displays work with a 60Hz refresh rate and both interfaces are quite smooth. However, I'll still give the Apple Watch 8 a slight edge just for an extra smoother overall experience in animated transitions. Both watches come with a digital crown for menu navigation, but on the OPPO Watch 3 Pro, what looks like a button is just a ECG sensor. The OPPO Watch also has a haptic feedback when you turn the digital crown, but it's not as refined as on the Apple Watch. When it comes to the interface and menu navigation, there is not much of a difference, except for the reverse gesture for notifications and the control center. Other than that, everything else in the interface interaction is pretty much the same on both watches. Changing the watch face or accessing the apps all happens the same way. Now let's talk about the apps. This particular version of the OPPO Watch 3 Pro is made for the Chinese market, and therefore all the apps except the main ones that are pre-installed are not translated. Unless you know Chinese, you won't be able to use them. If you decide to purchase this version of the watch, you should be aware of this. When it comes to speed and responsiveness, there is no clear winner, and both watches launch apps at the same time. This only shows that the OPPO Watch 3 Pro with its Snapdragon W5 chip is a good competitor to the Apple custom silicon. However, we have to note that the Apple Watch Series 8 has the same processor as the 2020 Apple Watch Series 6. Even though it has a new name called S8, it has the same CPU power. I did a test with heart rate and SpO2 monitoring simultaneously on both watches, and the result seems to be identical. So, if the Apple Watch is a good standard for measuring sensor accuracy on smartwatches, it appears that the OPPO Watch 3 Pro is on the same level. We have plenty of workout modes on both watches. The OPPO Watch also supports GPS tracking and maps, but I haven't used it outside of China and can't confirm if the maps in other countries will be visible, as the watch comes with Baidu Map, and in my experience it doesn't work well in other countries. When it comes to the display quality, we have two very bright displays. However, the OPPO Watch 3 Pro has thicker bezels, and visually it looks a bit outdated compared to the thin bezels and modern-looking Apple Watch 8 display. Other than that, both are very bright and you can see them clearly even in direct sunlight. Always-on display is available on both watches, but Apple Watch is much more brighter and dims the current watch face, while the OPPO Watch 3 Pro shows a simpler watch face most of the time as always-on display. However, when it comes to watch faces, the OPPO Watch takes the lead. The variety of watch faces on the OPPO Watch is way greater compared to the Apple Watch. With the watchOS 9 came on the support of the low power mode on the Apple Watch. Yes, it extends a bit longer the battery life, but nothing significant. On the other hand, the OPPO Watch 3 Pro has completely different approach to the low power mode. It switches to its own custom-made Apollo CPU, which is much more power efficient and extends the battery life significantly longer. You will easily get 10 to 14 days of battery life on a single charge. Same as on the Apple Watch, the OPPO Watch will turn off some of its features to extend the battery life. In comparison, when you switch to low power mode on the Apple Watch, you still get the same smooth experience without slowing the work of the watch, and this is one of the reasons why you can't get longer battery life. While the OPPO Watch runs a simpler version of the interface with fewer features available. However, even without the low power mode, you still get between 3 and 5 days of battery life depending on how you use the watch. So when it comes to battery life, the clear winner is the OPPO Watch 3 Pro. I saw in the comments of my OPPO Watch 3 video that some of you are asking if the Chinese version of the watch can be used in other countries, and the short answer is yes. But with some limitations, you won't be able to use the eSIM, and probably the workout maps won't work properly. Other than that, the main apps that comes with the watch will work as usual. You will be able to receive notifications and reply to SMS messages. Workout modes, sleep tracking, heart rate, SpO2 and ECG will work. As well, you can receive and make phone calls via Bluetooth connection. Even though the OPPO Watch 3 Pro uses a 4-pin charging dock, this doesn't help much, and we still need about an hour to fully charge the watch, which is about the same time as the Apple Watch 8 with its wireless charging. So guys, I hope you get an answer to most of your questions. If not, let me know in the comments and I will do my best to answer you. The OPPO Watch 3 Pro is a pretty good watch indeed, however, it is not clear if it will be available for the international market. The price of the OPPO Watch 3 Pro is 2000 yuan, which is about $280 and the Apple Watch 8 starts from 430 bucks. If the OPPO brings this watch to the international market with Wear OS and gets close to the battery life that is now, at a similar price, it will be a pretty good deal. Until then, thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Don't be shy, stay cool, and I'll see you in the next one.